Okay, so I was looking at my notes here because every time you guys send me like emails and say, will you do this, will you say this, will you talk about this? And like I said, some of you have naughty comments. I can't answer those. But I thought that I would share because being, in one way kind of a little bit feeling sick this past weekend and then bubonic plague in my stomach today or last night, it just reminded me of being sick when I was younger. And I don't know about you guys, but my mom never let us stay home from school. It's like she just thought it was wrong. And so I had to be deathly sick to stay home from school. You had to have a fever. And some kids, their parents would just be like, hey, he doesn't feel well, he's going to stay home. My mom, it was like, I had to have boils all over my skin to stay home. So I specifically remember this one time at Lincoln Junior High School. I think I was in 6th grade or something. And I told my mom, like, I don't feel well. And she's like, Kelly, you're fine. You don't have a fever. You're going to school. I'm like, Mom, I really don't feel well. And I remember I had this blue quilted down coat on and, my hat and whatever. And you get to school and you had to wait out in the lobby area or whatever it is before you go to your lockers. I don't know why. And I remember sitting there or standing there, and I wasn't very popular. Believe it or not, I was a total dork. And I was standing there and I was in my big coat, and all of a sudden I felt it. I thought I could feel that it was coming up from inside my body, that I was going to throw up, and I'm like, the restrooms were blocked off until you went into school. So I tried to go run to the nurse's office, but I threw up all over myself. So there was throw up in the lobby where I was standing by myself. It was all over my coat. And I went into the nurse's office. I'm like, I threw up. And I'm trying to talk to her. And so she called my mom. And my mom picked me up. And I remember standing outside and I had that big coat on. You could barely move. And I was just so mad at her. And she picked me up and I remember getting in the car and I was like, I told you I was sick. And she's like, she was probably laughing. They'd throw up all over me. But that was one of the funny things about my childhood, as well as the fact that I think I showed you guys pictures. My mom was somewhat inspired by the Dorothy Hamill haircut. You guys, if you're too young, like many of my friends, Google Dorothy Hamill, okay? The bowl cut. What woman, I shouldn't say that because if someone's reading my blog and they have that haircut, I'll be really embarrassed, but I don't know what possessed that woman to get that haircut, but she ruined my childhood because me and my sister both had to have that haircut. Can't tell how this looks. For years, and we looked like boys. I think I'll try to pull out that picture. I just had it out actually, which is why I have long hair now. But we had really short hair, and I remember my dad took us to work one day, and the receptionist at his lobby was like, oh, what are your 2 boys doing today? Are you going with your father? You gonna go camping? And my sister and I are like, I'm a girl! So it's pretty bad, but those were some of my favorite childhood things. And the other thing is that I was very upset about is my mom never, these were the things, I'm saying I was a brat, I'm just telling you, because I look back and I think how stupid it is. I was so mad because my mom packed my lunch every day and I always wanted to buy lunch because the cool kids bought lunch and I didn't understand why I had to bring my lunch. And I would take my 15 cents in to buy my milk. That's scary. It's probably $3 now for milk, I don't know, but that was for my little milk, and my mom would pack me stuff. And I remember I had a Holly Hobby lunchbox. Did you guys have lunch boxes? I had a Holly Hobby lunchbox, and my first record, yes, I'm that old, my first record was Donnie and Marie. And the record that I got, which one, they were both in like these purple outfits. Yeah, Donnie and Marie both were. And I got the matching Barbies. So that was like my, I don't know what birthday, maybe 10th or 11th. but I had a Barbie cake, and then I had Donnie Marie, and we all danced to whatever songs were on there. I don't remember. Um, this is almost as bad as when I shared with you guys that my favorite movie was Xanadu. I can't tell you how obsessed I was with that movie. I was over the edge. Just my friend Stacy Shyla and I watched that over and over and over and over. Again, you have no idea. And clearly I was a nerd. I really stayed in nerddom for quite a while. I don't think I developed out of nerddom until maybe 10th grade. And then that was negotiable because that was the age of braces, and I was in a small Christian school, and I think I became popular by default just because there weren't that many people, so you almost couldn't be unpopular. But anyway, so that was some more embarrassing stuff from my childhood, and I did have another story I was going to tell you guys about a bad date, but maybe I'll save that for a little bit later. So I'm going to go make some tea and chill out, but you guys just enjoy that little trip down Kelly Lane, and have a good Friday night, and that's that. I'll talk to you guys later. Hasta luego.